So looking at gold from the monthly time frame and also the NFP's perspective, so we have our monthly chart here. So you can clearly tell from the bigger picture, gold is bullish because we have this high, which is the highest gold has ever been, around 2,800. And from here, last month, we saw there was a bearishness that was introduced into the market. And then we have a wick, which has actually been left. And there was a structural break here, or what we call our price difference area, because there's a clear difference between this wick, lower wick, and then these other highs here, or this, and that is where the market broke from, up from. And from here, that is where we could actually have a potential retest in case price pushes down to this. But price could not reach here because we had a wick, and we know with wicks tend to be filled with the time. So you don't know when it will be filled, but with a good structure, you will know eventually the wicks will be filled. So that's what we have on the monthly. But for us to understand price more clearly, we can come to a lower time frame. Let's say we come to the weekly. So on the weekly here, you're also seeing last week was bearish. Okay. So if last week was bearish and then this is like a week, we don't have any clear information here, although we have this other price difference area, because you can see this high here. There's a difference between this high and then these other lows which were formed, which is here. Okay, so if I'm to just mark it like that, this be our difference, price difference area on the weekly. And then we have another difference here. So if I do like this, that will thicken the line and that covers for all of them. So meaning this is our zone. So before we can think of price reaching to these highs, we have to see whether we can take a trading opportunity around here in case the market gives us confirmation. So once we have this clearly stated, so we have a bit of a range, but we we don't have any clear information here. So we can come to the daily. So on the daily, we want to see whether there's something clear. So you can clearly tell here from the daily that price came down to form a lower low, pushed up, and then from here we had a reaction from this price difference, a very big price reaction, giving us another price difference candle. So with this candle here, there's a difference between this high and then this fresh low which was formed, which would be here. There. So that is where we look to trade this NFP. So these two areas, especially this one, we work with the nearest one. Now, for you to understand more, you could come to your lower time frame. So let's come to the 4-hourly. So on the 4-hourly, we are seeing more clearly now of what could actually happen. Now, let me explain something for you to get. So if you realize here, from this price difference, the market came down from the lower low. So we have a low here, which is below these lows, indicating that price could actually become bearish. And then we wanted to see whether there will be a completion of this low, whereby market has pushed down, corrected, and then attempted to push down from here, okay, with this resistance formed, but then could not reach here. So meaning now we have another high here. Okay? So this is an high which the market could actually react from. And then the fact that it is near this price difference, we could actually have a reaction from here to bring price down. So that is what I would want to see during this NFP. So the reason for that is clear. We have and possibly another impulse to this low that is not being completed before we can think about these other ones here. So we want to work with this one here. The reason is just clear. The market gives a direction. It gives a direction to the downside, and then it corrects a little bit. Okay, so you would have that correction. Just picture it as a correction, and then possibly another impulse. That is a common pattern that the market usually does. So the best place to wait for trading opportunities throughout this coming NFP would actually be here. You want to see that. Now, how are we going to actually trade this? So when you come to whatever time frame you are in, let's say 15 minutes or whatever, for us to be able to trade here, knowing that this is an area of reaction, this is what I would like to see. I would like to see a pattern being formed here, something like that. If we can get a pattern like this, okay, something like that around here, then we can look for that possible trading opportunity, or better still, a pattern like this. And when I talk about those patterns, you clearly know what I talk. We have a lot of them. I've explained them in a video. So something like a head and shoulders, like we have here, a double top, That is what will give us the trading opportunity. So that is what we have on gold. So this is an area we're waiting for trade confirmations. And once we get that, we can actually trade it. Better still, if the market breaks and goes past this, then we'll wait for further confirmations here.